We will have to figure out what we want to do with Aristota's tower on top of that top roof. And then there's an extra oil unit that's up on the roof that we need to pull down out of there too. And then we're gonna pull two of the units out of the upstairs that we don't use as much, that are drilled right through the roof, so we don't have those penetrations through the roof. And it sounds like, and it seems like I asked Matt to also have them bid in putting valves on every single one of those, so if one goes bad, we don't have to drain the whole system and stop all of them from running. But it sounds like we may have overdone those coil units, and so we have one
More
unit.
about, is that what you mean?
Well, I don't think it can support as many coil units as we got, or as many as fan coil units as we've got inside. So if we pull one off, we're hoping they work more efficiently. So
Okay,
one's in the hallway there, right before you go into IT's door. That's the one that goes up through the roof and got a lot of leaks there. So I think if we can eliminate our penetrations through, and then I had him looking for a brick guy to maybe come out and start retuck pointing and re-bricking where it's deteriorating out to hopefully stop any leaks that might be going in behind the brick and freezing and breaking that out more. So
Out in that corner up there on the,
yeah,
up above the roof.
yeah, that northeast corner. Yeah. So there's a few other spots. We got camera system in there for the judge's office in the back there, so when they leave, they have that. They can see who's out there by the door, and so I think that's about it. That's all I have.
Okay. I was gonna mention leak, cause I knew it was leaking still in Laura's office, so. Is it still penetrating that wall? Or just that one in Laura's office?
I think just in Laura's office, but I haven't caught back up with Matt since I found out, so. See exactly where it's at.
I commandeered him yesterday, I'll mention that here. With the power outages, this handicap door is not working now. Matt came down and looked at it yesterday, replaced a fuse that was bad, still not working, so we'll have to find something there, get that probably in that board or something, so if we can get that looked at and get that going.
Okay.
And then we had that meeting with all the employees last night, and so we had a 40 some people, 40.
When they,
Somewhere around there.
it went with them,
So
pretty good.
anyhow, thank you for setting that all up, sir.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. And then our jail tour and our other tour in Canyon today. That second one, is that FreeCom or is it just at the OEM office there?
It might be both. I'm not. OEM is what was down, but I thought it was
Supposed to be.
I thought it was
for
free.
pre-com, so.
So that's why I had that question, so. That's all I have.
By the way, we have a visitor on, he needs to introduce himself.
Hello, Dan.
I was here on time, I was just stuck on the phone with my bank, and so.
Okay.
Not a problem. Do you have anything for us this morning by chance? Do you have anything for
I
us?
don't.
All right, Kelly?
Yes, so the recording, the last program that I had, we could put, so Jordan got me set up on a new one, but this recording was the main recording until we started the new, during COVID, started, the YouTube and that recording. And even myself, that's the one I usually go to if I need to listen to something or, you know, look back at something for my minutes. I think that's the majority of the one that the community goes to. I don't have any requests for this recording anymore. So my question to you is, and maybe this is a legal question too, is can that be the official recording now and we just don't do this one, or? Cause it seems sort of like we're doing double duty there.
This one's not clipped or log where you can go in on a certain minute here,
No,
so it's a little harder to find stuff. You gotta time it.
it is, yeah.
On the.
I guess we could look at you, do you?
As long as we're clear as to what the official recording is, and when it matters which of the two things it is. But we just need, I mean, someone does a court request for the recording of the meeting of blah, blah, blah. We just need to be clear that that's this recording and not this recording request versus.
Save a lot of time and money too, because it's all the,
Well, and,
You would think,
people that have got
unless they don't
this
have.
recording, it's very hard to hear. I think you guys experienced that when
Very
you were
hard.
listening to the executive sessions. Which I'll still have to record executive sessions on here, but maybe I can find a better,
but let me back up. You've got to record this executive sessions in the same manner that you record the meeting. So the official recording of the meeting has to be in the same manner as the official recording of the executive sessions.
so maybe that wouldn't work then.
So yeah, if you can't record executive sessions using this method, then no.
The
You've got to
question
stick with the original.
is it confidential?
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
Yeah.
check that out.
Yeah.
Jordan, or Ernie's
Okay.
question, but the reality is you can't have two separate recording
Separate,
systems, one for executive sessions, one for the meeting, because the statute's pretty clear that it has to be the same. It has to be, the executive session has to be recorded in the same manner that the meeting is recorded.
I think
Okay.
you probably can set it up. I have to have
So
George for it.
in that case, then, I know that there's some programs out there that you can get that will work a lot better. That you can hear better, that, and they are for meetings like this, you know, towns use them, counties use them. So can I research some of that and maybe we can get, something that works a little better?
No, I think so, but didn't that fee price just go up for your recording data storage and then it provided another service as well?
That's a totally different thing,
That's different. Okay,
yes.
okay.
I would think so. I guess in the meantime, we could check with IT and see if there's a way. Whether that's just closing it down to anyone coming in during an executive session and then opening that back up, if that's possible. If we went to go with the YouTube or
Well,
if not, I'd say definitely get something that you can work with better
and I'm sort of protective about the executive sessions that are in my possession and that nobody has access to that.
You know,
And so
matter of fact,
that's what I would.
where are the minutes actually stored? How long are they good for?
Yeah, they're good forever.
Ever?
Yeah, the minutes should,
Years on.
Yeah.
well, the minutes,
Well, the minutes that are written.
yeah, I was gonna say the minutes,
But,
they have
I'm
100
talking
years.
about, she was talking about going through and being able to go. Send that out. Or,
yeah.
Maybe I'll just look into
And
it.
look at it.
that'd be better ways, those polycoms are very clear, you know, that's taking them, speakers are way far away. So I'll gotta get something better than that.
Alrighty,
That's all I got.
thank you. And I guess I would say since we let you speak during the admin assistant stuff. We do have a new admin assistant that, is starting this morning. And that's, Mike Chesser.
He's late.
Yeah.
He's not here. I think he's
Too late.
he's getting, brought on board up in West Cliff. He started at 7:30 this morning, so.
Didn't want to throw him into the fire first thing.
Yeah.
But, I just say welcome to him and, so. And just announce that. Okay, we have no unfinished business this morning. New business, first item up would be the consideration of the Sangre de Cristo Electric Association easement. And, I was in looking through some of this, and then visiting with, Mr. Cook. I know they're wanting to go across, I think a couple of these poles are inside the fence. Those that go on down the county road towards the sawmill. Anything on the outside of that fence in the county road right of way, they have a fee per pole for them, for those. I just wanted to mention that fact here. And then, and I don't know if we would need to require that on those going inside the fence right there between the gates at the landfill or not, so that'd be part of this discussion. Anything from either one of you gentlemen?
No, I didn't see anything that. Be a problem.
Doesn't seem to impede any of our workings over there.
I think Brian said he was okay with it,
Yeah.
so.
I move that we, accept the. Or grant, what do you want to call
It's the easement.
it? I know it's the easement, but is it, or execute the easement for. San Crystal Electric. That's good.
You made a motion on the floor. to-
I'll second.
Okay. A motion to. Oh, great,
Grant.
execution. It
Execute.
already went away, to execute the, easement agreement with Sangre de Cristo Power as presented. Any further discussion on that?
None from me, sir.
Down here.
Okay, and I would just reiterate, I guess if we just make sure that they, as they go on down, and I think they're aware of it, to make sure that they pull that permit from Road and Bridge.
Mhm.
Any other discussion here?
Oh, sir.
Public comment? Being none, those in favor of executing the easement agreement with Sangre de Cristo Electric as presented, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. That motion carries. Consideration of the airport board appointment. Did, you didn't put that one in here, did you? The-
I put it
the letter?
on, it's not in the packet.
I was looking for the letter that they sent us. I'll
Yeah.
get it pulled up here.
I didn't have a copy.
Yeah,
Okay, my apologies for not getting that to you.
well, I brought it up last meeting, it's for Raymond Berry, the new board member. Very highly qualified, he was former tower,
Air
flight
traffic-
controller.
Was he an air traffic control?
And he was responsible for a major district, which included about 35,000 people. Very well suited for the job. Aircraft and airports, and he's a pilot as well.
Very
I'll ma-
BERRY.
Same then, it may be relative, but he doesn't for sure. BERRY.
We need to make a motion on this.
So I move that we accept the appointment.
Okay, I'll second.
Okay, so I have a motion on the floor to approve the appointment, accept the appointment for Raymond Berry on the airport board. Further discussion on that? Hearing none, public comment? Seeing none, those in favor of approving the appointment for Raymond Berry on the airport board, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. That motion carries. Next item would be the consideration of transfer of $5,476.12 from the health insurance fund to the general fund.
I got a little better explanation of that from Virginia this morning. So, prior to CIC, the, insurance payments went to Virginia, and then Virginia actually cut a check to the insurance company. Since CIC, that's all done differently, and she explained to me that it comes out of everybody's, you know, like your insurance comes out of your thing and goes into a pocket or bowl or whatever, that all gets together, and then Jen cuts one check to the insurance company. So when she talked to Sam about it, Sam said just, that money could go into the general fund so that fund could go away because there's no need for it because of how it works with CIC.
Cause she doesn't pool the money in her office
Yeah,
anymore.
she said she used to be the middleman, and that takes her out as middleman.
Okay, well, I move, because I'm in the habit of doing that, man.
Alrighty,
We transfer $5,476.12 from the health insurance fund to the general fund.
I would second that one, maybe one. So discussion. Hearing none, public comment.
Should there be part of that motion where you're deleting the fund after the transfer, or deleting that line after the transfer, or something that was the point of the transfer?
Or a separate motion.
Or a separate.
I don't know if the line gets deleted,
She said it will go away.
but it does go away. So it's,
I don't.
it goes away, I guess, on her side of things. Yeah,
And it won't be on her report.
right, cause she's not pulling money, she's not getting money in and going to that ledger amount or that
All we're
ledger
really
account.
doing is using the technology.
Mhm. Yeah, it's actually pooling the money pools inside CIC
Right. I mean,
instead
it's
of
in the general
all those
fund.
payments going to her, she collects them and then she makes the payment. Yeah,
So that's not a necessary thing.
Yeah, so just your.
Okay. Anything else?
no, sir.
Public comment? Seeing none. Oh, James. Mr. Gilbert?
Yeah, just a question, if the funds were pooled for health insurance, why are they not staying in the health insurance pool?
Because at the present time, sir, they are being,
They're being paid out of the finance department. And those were what was left over that, that either were over collected from the county's portion. Or say like when somebody quit and they didn't finish out the month or their time, the payments still got made to the treasurer's office and that health insurance account, but it just didn't get paid then. Or didn't need to be paid. So that's what was collected and didn't get dispersed properly. Probably is what happened there.
But the same thing is happening now, only it's happening in CIC and not in the treasurer's office.
So it never was set up with CIC, to do other than what CIC was set up to be. Insurance funds were always paid that way. The way they designed the system, it sounds like.
Yeah, it always came out of the employees portion,
Right.
the county's portion, and it all went to the treasurer. And the treasurer made the payment. Now they get collected and the finance department pays for it.
That was it.
Does that answer your question, James?
No, because it was earmarked for health insurance payments, whether they were paid or not, or whether it was an overage or not. So, yeah, I don't understand why it doesn't go into the CIC health insurance, bucket
It's
as
because,
opposed to general fund.
because the bucket's now the general fund and it's just pulling it out of it anyway.
Well, no,
And it's
because it comes out of the
designated,
budgets.
It's coming off out of the general fund for that purpose. Way I understand. What you're saying.
We don't have necessarily a health insurance fund under finances. Because the health insurance fund is within everybody's budget. So what we'd have to do if we were gonna put it into everybody's health insurance fund is we'd have to put a little bit in each person's budget. So that's why we're just dropping it in the general fund and then we can move it as we need to from general fund.
The point is,
That's
it's not
my
owed.
point.
It's not owed to anybody at this point. It's not
Not part-
committed to a health insurance company for payment of premiums by the county. And therefore, it's money that's just sitting there that is designated as health insurance money, but is not necessary for health insurance anymore.
Whatever reason, it was overage in an account that's.
You had to practice.
You're gonna have to check your phone at the door, sir. For whatever reason, James, it was overage in that account and it's not needed to pay any one person or firm. And so we're just gonna transfer it to the general fund at this moment.
Right, yeah, it's not having it stand up now, so.
Move on.
Anything else? Public comment? That being the case, those in favor of transferring $5,476.12 from the health insurance fund to the general fund, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. We have the next item would be the consideration of Redlands Accounting and Advisory LLC proposal.
Might have given you guys the wrong one.
You have the wrong one.
Well, no,
March 14.
I sent the wrong one to Kelly this morning. I have the March 8th that I sent to Kelly for printing here, so.
no, because this was the original proposal after the week that she was here.
Mhm.
And we need. Hmm. What we need is we need we need the one that's just for finishing 23's audit.
This says, the objective is to assist in completing 23 audits.
Yeah, but then it goes on.
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
and
Says
what,
assist in
Five
preparing
bullet points on
23
this one that I have.
and what I don't wanna do. Or what I don't think we wanna do is we want it scoped. Little by little,
Right.
or project by project. And she did that, but I think I printed out. Oh, no, okay. This is the right one, sorry. Looked at too many papers lately.
This is just for the,
Okay, so this is just from March 15th through April 30th, because we have our May 1st is our deadline with, that's page 4. Because May 1st is our date that we want to have the audit in Sam DiNardo's hands. And he said we could probably go 2 more weeks beyond that. He needs 60 days from the time we hand it to him. And that gives us a report the middle of July. He comes, he reports to us middle of July, and then we have time to turn it into the state, which is by July 31st. And he doesn't think that's a problem. Talking to him yesterday about it. He said that'll work out great. Vernon and Lisa don't think it'll be any problem getting this done by April 30th. So.
so it's for $16,000. We're talking the same thing.
Yes, yes,
And it's
on
for-
page 4.
Yeah. and
Yes.
Include one person to visit between March and 30, April 30.
Correct.
And additional in-person trips to the county will be billed for the travel and lodging costs as needed.
Correct.
Could you send that to me? I sent the wrong one to Kelly this
Send
morning
it.
to print.
Could you send it to me too, please?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, I can do that. County clerk, is that the email address? Okay. All right, I just forwarded it to both of you.
Thank you.
Welcome. I,
And she
got all the leases from Sam DiNardo for 23 from him yesterday, and I handed those off to Lisa today. So they're in her hands.
And in the meantime, she's gonna clean up the credit card stuff, it's
Yeah,
discovered,
we're just
right?
about done with,
Receipt.
we're just about done with UMB Bank. And then
Okay,
we can,
we haven't hit Kirkpatrick at all,
not yet, no.
and we do know. And that it's going well with UNB, so they've been able to reconcile the receipts, the written receipt with the entries, yeah,
We're just about done with that, so.
okay, and we know the names and what, all that.
Yeah, we will by the time it's done, yeah. But it looks like it was a largely internal finance. Thing on UMB, yeah,
That's what, so it's gonna be a lot different
then Kirkpatrick,
Yeah,
absolutely,
no, a lot more.
Yep. yeah. We centralized UMB. When we first started with UMB's credit cards, we decentralized. Kirkpatrick's.
So is she doing the work on that, or is Vernon?
Vernon's doing the work on that, and she's doing the accounting things within CIC. Yes, sir.
And I'll see about getting this printed off before we leave here today, so we can sign it if we approve this. Or you have, okay. Thank you.
And
Thanks for sending that, because I printed the original one off.
That's okay.
So, apologize.
I move that we accept, her project as she has here, and
Would you like to include the dollar amount on that?
for $16,000 for March 15th through April 30th.
I'll second it.
Okay, so I do have a motion on the floor to accept the proposal from Redlands.
In terms. Proposal in terms.
The proposal and the terms from Redlands Accounting for the dates of March 15th through April 30th in the sum of $16,000. Further discussion.
I would say we need to make sure we do our part as a county, because if we don't give her the stuff, we don't give her the information, she can't do it, so. That puts the pressure on us to make sure departments, the elected officials, all those, and so far Vernon sent an email out 2 weeks ago asking for information, and he's getting it, so.
From all to all.
Yeah, and he's getting the information in, so, I think we got all the grant stuff from OEM the other day, so he's working with all the departments, and seems like it's coming in, so, like it's supposed to, so. And I told her I'll be there to help her all the way through, so.
Thank you.
Good,
Anything else here?
I'm happy.
Public comment. Joy,
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry, I missed part of your presentation, Lucas, so you may have already answered this. But is it going to be possible to have her come into these meetings and actually give the reports on how she's doing and the progress she's made?
She gave a report last week. We'll probably have her zoom in. Probably the second week and the last week, meetings of the
Oh, that's great.
month. So we'll have her give more detail.
Or as needed if something comes up.
True. Yeah, we can do that too.
Okay. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
thank you. Any other public comment? Okay, seeing none. Those in favor of approving the contract in terms from Redlands County for the dates of March 15th, 2024 through April 30th, 2024 in the sum of $16,000. Signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. That motion carries. Any additional items of business here today?
I guess and I'll leave it up to how you guys think about it, but we brought two people down here, plus we have the attorney here. Are these meetings in Wetmore anymore? I mean, because it does cost us to come down here. Is it worth it? Do we want to continue with this, or do we want to do something else?
Well,
I don't.
it's a good point. I've been thinking about it. We could do the same thing that we do with the airport. We used to do it with San Isabel. We can do it once in a while kind of thing to touch base, just to make sure that we do that. I think that would be
Okay.
good. Rather than every month.
Well, maybe we do it once a quarter or something like that.
And
I don't know.
The good thing is the airport makes hamburgers. We're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do.
Got banana bread here.
Okay. All right.
So
Bring your grill down.
Yeah.
there you go.
But I think that would be a good thing to do, because it is, it's lonely down here right now.
Yeah.
The crowd has definitely dwindled.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were at one point probably the best attended one, but I think after this winter, some of that situation has changed now to where a lot of the people that were coming are not able to at this time, so I would be open to that.
Okay,
because when they're not attended. I would agree with you for making. At least, well, we've got 4 people coming down from West Cliff.
five.
It's
And
probably a little shorter for the attorney, and it's real close for me, but, you know, I'm the only one that goes up from the county per se. So I would be agreeable to that.
And I'll change the schedule with both Kelly and,
pick a couple days.
IT, and we'll pick some days throughout the year.
And then as soon as you get that, I'll get it posted down here, so.
Okay.
Anything else here? Okay, that'll open us up for public comment. Cindy,
Yeah, I saw in the Wet Mountain Tribune last week, under the February commissioner highlights, that there was a new IGA in February to where the hospital district and the fire district are contributing funds to the county to help pay for dispatch services. And the minutes said that's because all of the dispatch service funding comes out of the county general fund. So that happened in February of 2024. And in 2020, the Consolidated Communications Authority Agreement was established, CCNC or whatever it's called, Combined Regional Communications Center, I think is the actual acronym. So that created an authority board of which Custer County was a party to. And I can see when I go to that DOLA site I sent you last week, I can see that authority board posting their budget, posting their board members, posting their IGA, all that kind of detail. But then we have the Custer County E911 Authority Board. And the last IGA update that I am aware of was 2017 on that. It was originally formed in 2008. But the collection of that tax revenue to fund those emergency services, the origins of that go back to the IGA 1993-1 that's provided to collect those taxes. So what I don't see with the Custer County E911 Authority Board is I don't see any transparency. It's in the Custer County audit as a discrete component of the audit. And there were audit issues reported in 2018, 2020, 2021, and 22 on that. 2019 didn't even go into the details, so we wouldn't know if they were there. And one of the notes on the audit is that DiNardo's audit does not provide a legal determination of Custer County's compliance with the compliance requirements referred to above. So, you know, I just don't see anywhere in the budget where the E911 funds are accounted for. And it may be their own budget, but I don't see anywhere that that is publicly stated. And
Cindy,
I guess I really want to know where the $110,000 in 2022 that was collected, where that's going and how that's transparent, because you have all these folders on your county under agendas, and you have a folder for E911 Authority Board, but there's never been anything in it along with most of those other agenda items. So I guess I'd just like to know how that money really flows in and out and what the public transparency on that is.
Cindy, I'll look into that and why it's not getting posted and the other items, I'll try to get a report out in, under my commissioner items for next week.
Okay, I appreciate that, because it's really not clear if that $110,000 is supporting the funding for the E911 services, or if that is supporting something else. And then, you know, the parts that you and the hospital district and the fire district are having to pay includes that, additional tax revenue or doesn't.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Good question.
Anyone else? Okay, that being the case, I will adjourn this meeting at 9:50 a.m. Thank you for coming. And thank you for